JayBratt's Adicop sent us their new battery strap, the A2 Pro. This is similar to that Adicop strap we tried back in the day, but now it's got a battery in the back. 5,300 milliamp hours. They're saying that's gonna give you 3 hours of extra playtime. Let's open this up. So it looks like it's exactly the same plastic design of the original Adicop, which was surprisingly comfortable and actually balanced the weight pretty well. But now they've added a 5,300 milliamp battery to the back of it. Should add some good counterweight and make it hopefully even more comfortable than the old one. It is a lot of plastic, if you remember, just like the old one. It almost looks like you've got like a full helmet on now. You've got a little bit of airspace here and a little airspace here. Gear unslides really nice. You can actually see the gear on this one, unlike most. It is plastic. Winds up pretty nicely though. The sides are all black, which I don't remember if the last one on the Adicop were, but that's kind of an interesting detail, just looks a little different. Cable management is not, not too existent. They've got one hook here to one Velcro strap here. I would probably move it back here or something, but hey, $59. They're trying to come in just ahead of the competition here, where the M2 Pro, M1 Pro, they were around 60. I did see, they look like they went up to 66. So you're coming in a little cheaper with a 5,300 milliamp hour versus a 5,200. So you're probably not gonna see much difference. Battery is internal, no swappability. Does have a USB-C port on the bottom right there to charge the whole thing. Install should be fairly simple, because the nice thing about the Adicop, the way they build it, you don't need a top strap, so it just slides on. It slides on hard, feels like it's not gonna go anywhere on you. And just like the previous Adicop, it stops. So there's a point where this plastic protrudes out and hits that, so you can't go any further forward. That is as far forward as that goes on. I would definitely manage this cable a little differently. We plug it in and that pops on one single light. Probably no indicator anywhere of how much battery you're gonna have on this, but let's take a look inside and let's do the feel test. Wow, that is comfy actually. Are you my controller? Nope. Are you my controller? Yes. Of course, we cannot tell. It does not communicate with the headset. So inside the headset right now, it doesn't tell me how much battery it has. It just tells me it's charging. So kind of an odd choice. They didn't add any sort of indicator anywhere. I've just got one light, and that light may change. We'll have to test that and see if it changes to red when it's low, but you don't have an easy readout like many of them. The rear pad is quite comfortable. Interesting, weird detail. It's Velcroed on, but a big portion of the Velcro hangs off. So maybe they did some testing and then they decided, oh, we want a slightly different shaped pad than the original that might've just been the same shape, and they went with this one. So it kind of hangs off in the back. Looks a little weird, but nothing too bad. The gear doesn't lock itself out, so you can do that and it will go all the way in. And everything is really squishy padding, feels nice. You can go way low in the back here, and it just feels solid. I remember liking the Adicop before, but I gotta say, this feels like a good head strap. I would say this is a competitor to the M2 Pro, which is a lot to say because that is my absolute favorite head strap. It just feels so comfortable and it hangs on everywhere so well. I would be a little worried for some people, if depending on your head shape. This is almost touching my head right here. So if you had a wider head in the back, you might notice pressure, and that's hard plastic, so that wouldn't feel good. But boy, everything else about it feels nice. If you pull pretty hard on it, it doesn't seem to be loosening. So if someone's new to it and tries to go like that to pull it off their head, you're not gonna have them possibly slip the whole headset out, which is important to note because there's no top strap. If I were physically able to pull this thing out, the whole headset would come off, but it hangs on really well. Couple more quick tests. Let's see what carrying cases it can fit in. I don't know if there's even a point in trying to fit it in this official Oculus case one, but let's just take a look. Yeah, absolutely not. I can't even get the front of that in there. We got a BoboVR C2 case here. This is meant for the big ones like the Halos. Whew. Yes, but it's a tight fit. Takes just a little bit of a push down because it's pushing on that top part, although you could push the top back a little bit and then it fits fine. But if you were to leave it up here, it is gonna put a little bit of pressure on top. Some other random gigantic case that we have to unbox still. Ooh, and actually it fits even less than it did in the C2. That C2 is just so tall, but this case does work as well. So you'll still have case options as long as you're not rocking the original official Oculus case. There's no way you're getting this thing in there. 59 bucks, I'll leave a link in the description. I really like this one actually. Personally, I would probably still stick with the M2 Pro for my own playing and preference. I really like that head strap and the way it feels. This one, not that one. It's a good alternative. If this one were sold out, if you've tried this one, you didn't quite like something about it, I feel like this thing feels really good on your head, but know that you're covering a lot of your head, so you're gonna maybe get a little warmer because you're not having as much room to vent heat out of your head. Thank you, Adicop, for sending this out to us. Thank you, all of you, for coming out and watching the video today. I will see you in another reality.